Alright, welcome back to another round of League Racing. This time we're with TTML for F2 around Baku today. So, heading into this, honestly, I felt pretty good. The pace was looking pretty good, more so race pace than one lap pace. Here's my setup. Here's what we're working with. So, I was looking forward to this because I like this track and my pace was good. I thought, okay, maybe we can get some good points here today. So, but obviously, got started one shot and yeah, well, one shot did not go very well. It was it was an average lap, and then this happened, and that kind of screwed up everything else. So that was a great starting point. So yeah, not great. I was pretty annoyed at how this lap turned out. I thought I'd got away with it because it said fourth at first, but then it actually switched down to ninth. So thanks for leading me on there. I really appreciate it. So, anyways, that's where we are. At 52.5, not great. My quickest was much quicker than that. So I'm pretty annoyed that I should be based like maybe on the third or something row. So, but look, opportunities in the race. We're going to start on the super softs. I'm going to the mediums. So I feel optimistic that my race pace and the ability to overtake at this track will eventually come to my favor. Here we go then. 5 red lights. And away we go. Wesker's on mediums. We need to get the jump on him immediately. But a bit of a slippery start, but we're going to try and use the space on the outside here to dance through on Wesker. Mays goes a little wide there, and he gets pushed off a little bit there. And heading into turn 2 then, tap, bang. And there you go. A great start. I'm really annoyed. I'm really not happy about that. But I was looking at the theatre replay afterwards. The hit came from Mays. So I got hit by Mays first, and then behind Wesker, I'm not sure if that's Frunky or someone else. Wesker gets hit, and then he gets hit into me, and I then slide into the barrier. So it's all one big snowball effect, but it means I've got wing damage. And honestly, like the pace wasn't too bad this opening stint. Like there are worse places to lose your wing than Baku. So I tried to extend. Sorry, I tried. Yeah, well, I wasn't going to pit to replace it, but I decided I wouldn't replace the wing because I didn't want to lose 7 seconds. And, you know, my pace, I thought, look at this, my pace wasn't too bad. So I thought, okay, if I can get away with this, I'm going to try and go without it. I didn't want to lose the track position of 7 seconds. Excuse me, very slow away there. But anyways, out we come. Scuba behind did change his wing, and he's just behind me. So this is the corner you have to worry about. I understand it a little bit, but thankfully with fresh tyres and cold tyres, wing damage, that corner was always going to be the one that was pretty rough. I tried to warm him up there. Lap 6, the VSC is deployed. I'm not sure what for, but again, just trying to keep the tyres warm. You can see the gap between myself and Scuba. I think I ended up losing about a second or so with this. Lap 9 though, with his full front wing, he's much quicker. With the safety car now, it comes out, and I thought, great, a chance for me to replace this wing. I'm going to take it. Sadly, because I set it to no, and I don't know, I assumed I guess with the menu, you know, I thought like, oh, like you can just keep going right, and it'll eventually go back to yes. It'll go back around with a loop. Not the case. You actually, once you press no, it doesn't work like that. You actually just have to. There's no option to go right, like to restart to where you were. You have to go left. So, sadly, and with where the safety car was deployed and all, I screwed up. So while I don't regret coming on to the super softs, I now still have a damaged wing, and now everyone's going to be bunched up. So I'm like, oh shit, this is it, isn't it? But here we go then. A few laps to try and hold on, and try at least get reverse grid pole, if nothing else. Not a bad restart, I'm not going to lie. I'm going to get the jump here, and not come under immediate pressure from Scuba behind, but we're going to try and take the business to Frunky in front. But this is just about survival. This is all this is. I just need to survive these last few laps because that's all I need to do. Big slap of oversteer there. I call it, thankfully. I can take my brake in line. Later that lap, right, there is Coutinho. And then I'm trying to monitor what's happening in front. And then I hit the back of him, and then all of a sudden Scuba's round. And I was like, well, what happened? I have no idea what happened there. Did I turn him on? Did I hit him? Looking at this back, I don't know. A move down there would have been ambitious from myself or from Scuba, I think, as well. And we're going to look at it. Well, we're going to look to as close as we can to a replay, which is in the theatre, and kind of see. I thought there was space. I really did. To be fair, I wasn't looking too much behind me, more so in front of me. But I mean, I was going to take a quick look, and look, this is inconclusive. But I don't know. I maybe look. The space was there. I don't think I came across my line too much. I'm very much trying to just look in front of me, so the incident is not intentional. But I don't know. I don't think I'm entirely really to blame in that or any way at all. But anyways, I'm going to try and limp home. There goes reverse grid pull. There's nothing I can do here to defend against Blizzard. Yeah, he's just going to go. And I thought, look, maybe there's loads of cars. There's so many cars in very close proximity. Hopefully, one of them might hit into each other. I might spin them one round, and I'll be able to get reverse grid pull. But I'm going to try to fight as much as I can. But yeah, nothing I can really do about that. And away goes Blizzard. So, you see, my transmission is taking another beating. Great stuff. And yeah, but heading on to the last lap then, I think Legend was actually disqualified. I had to get out of the way to try not hit his car, which really ruined my line. So after taking reverse grid pull here, Mash is going to get a much better run because I had to try and avoid that car. I don't know if it would have ghosted or not, but I wasn't waiting to find it. Then Wesker retired. I don't know what this was for. I can't see if he had 3 wheels or if he maybe banjaxed his transmission, but no idea. But anyways, that puts us back into reverse grid pull. Then Josh has an incident then, and now we could take 7th place. So a lot of missed opportunity at this one. I do have myself to blame for getting my menus in a fuddle during the safety car, but at the same time I decided I only did that in the first place because I thought pitting would take too much time. Like changing that front wing would take too much time. So I didn't think the lap 1 incident was my fault. But here we go then from P2. I thought, okay, look, feature race wasn't great, but really good chance now to show some race pace at the front here in the sprint race. 5 red lights, and away we go. Initially, the launch wasn't great, but the second part of the start was actually pretty strong. So I'm going to try and see what's happening down the inside there, but Maze is going to cover that off. Or, well, not cover it, I'm just going to take the racing line. I'm not going to be able to squeeze through. Zexer then on my right-hand side was going to try and take my line. I left him the space, to be fair, in case that ended up going... in case he wanted to try and hang around the outside there, but... dangerous prospect on lap 1, but anyways, Coutinho is going to try and get him. Coutinho is rapid around here. I think he's the top on the F2 time trial leaderboards around this track, so he's got pace around here. Later in lap 1, this would have been suicidal to try and move down the inside. I left him the room in case he actually wanted to go through it, but at a certain point I can't take responsibility for that. Like, that would have been suicide heading down there on lap 1. So, bide your time, and eventually, DRS will eventually come to you. It's not like this track is hard to overtake around, so thankfully he kind of saw sense of that and backed out of it. But it's going to be a bit more difficult for me to try and fight this one. Then he's got picked up the slipstream. But not a bad run through there, to be fair. And I'm actually going to save myself a little bit of time and save myself the pressure at least, and save myself a P2 for now, because I can just dip into what the remnants of the slipstream in front of me from Maze. I'm not sure what wing he's running, but anyways, caught up to him a lot then on lap 2. And I was like, I'm going to get a chance to get this done before DRS is even enabled. But I've obviously got Coutinho right behind me as well, so I'm reliant on this slipstream to pick up in front of me. So nice run through the slingshot section. Very nice indeed. And I'm just going to reel in Maze again. Not sure what wings he's running, but well, yeah, this is a long straight, and I had a really good run through that slingshot section. So I'm just going to slip through, pull over to the left hand side. Well, Maze didn't fight that too much, to be fair. Braking, he actually probably broke a little bit later than I did, and he gets away with it. He gets back in front. I thought, oh man, I can't believe it, but try to hang on the inside here. He comes across a little bit, car gets out of shape a bit. There goes 1 position, there goes 2 positions. I thought, oh shit, this isn't good. We're already in lap 3, we're down to 4th, so not going too well. And there's quicker guys behind me still, so a bit of contact at the back of Zexter, so slowing these cars down, it's hard to approximate it at times, but we're going to try and hold station. To be honest, I thought I was quicker than Zexter, to be fair, but so I'm quicker than Maze, I believe, at this phase of the race, or in race trim, and I almost got the exit I would have needed to get Zexter. That would have been big. Blizzard now is behind, so I'm like, great, not going to really hold on to this too much, am I? But hopefully DRS will give me a chance to try and keep up. But heading on then to lap 4. Again, good run with good run that slips to the slingshot section. His own slipstream and DRS is what's saving him here, because I think I would have monstered him then that straight otherwise. Could have left a little bit more space here under braking, to be fair, on the right hand side, but try and get a switch back. But unfortunately at this stage, as we try and find out, the safety car is deployed. Just when I got some good momentum, the safety car comes out, so that's a shame, but it'll kill some laps in this race at least. But we'll see what we've got. I haven't got wing damage this time, so that's nice, so we can actually maybe do something. Here is a safety car restart. Nothing too out of the ordinary. Actually going to pick this up a little bit better than Blizzard. Here we go then. Yeah, I thought I timed that pretty well, to be fair. Going to pick up a nice slipstream of Zexer. I thought, please, I need to get this done. I just trying to imagine what my race could have been if I had got by Maze at that turn 1. But this is where we are, so this is where we have to be. Again, good slipstream, but and the engine's overheating slightly, which probably killed me a bit. But well, that was poor on my behalf. That could have been so risky. I didn't need to do that. That was, that could have been disastrous, and I would have only had myself to blame for that. But a nice clean run out of turn 3 there, but big moment there on coming down the hill, and Blizzard's on my inside, and I'm going to leave him the space, but he was a little aggressive, I thought, at times. But I'm going to my sheer bravery is going to try and keep this. Like, no, I'm going to keep this position. So that was a good example of in the past. Maybe I would have let that go, or but this is my fight. I want to fight this position. This is my position to fight. So, I stuck my car in the right place, held the nerve, didn't back down, but can that save me from losing this position? Blizzard is going to be ahead heading into the braking zone. I'm going to try and get to the inside as much as I can. And he's just have the better run on the outside, so he's going to get through then. And then Scuba then looking to have a go and as well. But again, I think Parrot a good exit here. I got a good exit here, to be fair. I'm going to try and come back at Blizzard. He goes defensive. I try and see if the room is there, but covers that off. So I'm going to try then on the racing line. And heading then into turn 3. Again, back end getting away. But again, I think I'm still in a good spot here. And you won't believe what happens next. Boom. This is what I actually saw. This is not me zooming in. This is what happened. I lost. It's like I pressed home screen and square on my controller, but except I'm racing with a wheel. I lost everything. That was what I saw. It zoomed in. I had lost all control. What hit me into the wall was Mash couldn't get out of the way, and unfortunately he got caught up in my incident and that put me into the wall. I have no idea what caused it. All I did was press the accelerator and prepare to upshift. I've never seen that problem before. I've never had that problem before. I've had random times where my wheel or something pressed the home screen or whatever, and just the home screen activated, and I lost recordings in the past. I lost it in TMC USA last year because of that. I've never seen that problem before, and I've no idea what caused it. So the timing was absolutely brutal. I was running in a good spot, and I felt like I could get some good points in this feature race. That's all gone. It would have been easy to quit, but I decided to stick with it because I'm not a quitter. Rather, I try not to quit. I know I quit a race recently in the classic cars, but yeah, and the F2 preseason race as well in Australia, but yeah, different circumstances. But I want to try and see this through. And Frunky was trying to give me, try to let me through, and so he could get DRS, but I was savvy to it, but my wing damage means it's very difficult to follow, and I think I'm going to run out of track here before the start finish straight. Honestly, if the line had been about 10 meters more, I might have had it. Maybe even 5 meters. I'll say 10 meters given the speed we're traveling at. But P11 is what we get in the end. So a very disappointing race. And all in all, I thought the pace was there for a good result in both races. But yeah, just wasn't meant to be. And look, I'm not angry about it. I'm just going to dust myself down and move on. I'm recording this about maybe an hour and a half after the race, and I feel fine about it. I'll be fine to put this in the back of my mind. I think I've tried to explain things as best as I could, just given the circumstances. So that's going to do it for round number 3, I believe, of TTML F2. Next up is Austria, Great Britain, I believe. So yeah, hopefully hoping for a better outing then. But yeah, until next time.